State Grand National Karate Championship, celebrating 40 years of sport excellence. It's the Ocean State Grand Nationals 2022 Sport Karate Championships.
Hi everyone, this is Mike Petrarca and welcome back to the 2022 Ocean State Grand Nationals Karate Championships. I am here with some very special people that I want to introduce you to, Don and Christine Rodriguez. They are the promoters of this tournament and have constructed a fabulous tournament for all of us here tonight. Don and Christine, how are you?
We're doing great. We had some awesome competition yesterday and today, and we're super excited about the finals tonight.
And Don, tell me, how has it been post-COVID, setting all this tournament up, and how has it been? I know it's probably been challenging the last 2 years not having it.
Well, it really has, but I really think everybody's anxious to get going again. And you can tell by the turnout that we had from all over the country that we had like 40 different states, people representing 7 countries. We have a great group of people here, tremendous athletes, probably the best fighters that we've ever had in our tournament ever.
Jackson, did you want to add something from a competitor's point of view?
Absolutely. One thing that I love about you, Coach, and Christine is the fact that you guys are always trying to find the ways to push sport karate to that next level. And I want to congratulate you on giving out over $20,000 in prize money in the finals tonight. Tell us a little bit about that, because that is awesome for these competitors.
Well, I got to tell you that we were very fortunate. We had gotten some sponsors, and they wanted to be a part of this here. We put the money into the competitors. You know, we gave it back to them, and they've showed up to win it, which is part of it. Now, next year, we're looking to even do more than that, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean?
That's amazing. That's amazing. On behalf of all the competitors, thank you so much. And stay tuned, folks, because coming back, we have...
I wonder what Tori would be, or where she'd go, what she'd do. I know she'd make an incredible impact. And it hurts to think of all the world is missing out on.
Accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
Up next, it's the 18-plus overall Grand Championships Men's Traditional Weapons Form.
This is Jake Presley. Jake Presley for many years was my team synchronized partner. So just as you saw the new generation of Team Paul Mitchell sync weapons in Ben Jones and Esteban Tremblay, the previous generation was myself and this guy right here, Jake Presley, somebody that I consider a little brother and a protege of mine. And he has got one of the best traditional bow forms that I've seen. It is unquestionably the best traditional bow form in the sport right now.
But you're not biased at all.
I might be a little.
I got to tease you a little.
But when you see it, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Now, Jake is dealing with an injury to his heel. He believes it is a bone bruise that he suffered on a landing during one of his extreme divisions on Friday night in the eliminations. Looks like he's moving around on it just fine.
It certainly does.
Beautiful stance there from Jake. And then look at the explosive speed and power. It's incredible.
I'll tell you, you haven't lied. He's looking pretty sharp to my eyes tonight.
Huge jump and a ton of intensity. And this is what Jake's known for. The way that he performs a traditional bow routine, the intensity, the showmanship. Look at the expression in his face. It is unmatched.
I know. Look at that. Jackson, I don't know if he has a headset on, but he's looking my way with that intensity. Did he hear me question him?
You better watch out, man.
Gotta watch out. Every ounce of him is vibrating as he's doing that. That's how much he's giving to this, isn't it?
Everything he's got. We're in the closing moments of the routine. He's going to test his leg strength here late in the performance. Nails that transition, showing off the balance. And this should be it. Big jump. And a strong finish for Jake Wildcard Presley.
All right. I got to say, I'm a believer. That was pretty impressive. And especially knowing that he was injured. I mean, I've had bone bruises like that and plantar fasciitis. When you come down on that, that hurts, man. I don't care who you are. That hurts.
Now, this is an interesting phenomenon in sport karate where on the women's side we saw the CMX and the traditional weapons competitors competing against one another. On the men's side of the sport, they have actually separated these two divisions. So in this division, we will only see men's traditional weapons competitors competing for a grand championship, and there will be another separate CMX men's weapons grand championship. And so in this case, we saw the hard style routine of Jake Presley, and it's going to be tested against this soft style Kung Fu routine. Got a straight sword being performed here with a new face on stage.
And Jackson, what's more physically taxing? Is it the CMX routine, or could it be the traditional routine?
It completely depends upon the performer and the type of performance that they decide to put out there, right? You could have a relatively basic and easy to perform extreme routine, which I know sounds a little oxymoronic, but you can also have an extremely difficult traditional routine. So it all depends on the techniques and the specific performance that a competitor chooses. Doesn't really matter if it's traditional or CMX, you can find ways to add in that difficulty.
And the same thing with mentally taxing? Would you say the same thing applies?
Absolutely.
Representing Team Paul Mitchell, please welcome Dawson Holt.
So in the eliminations, there was a men's hardstyle traditional non-bladed division. Jake Presley was the winner. A bow doesn't have a blade. There is also a bladed division for your sword and your kama competitors. This is Dawson Holt, one of the newest members of Team Paul Mitchell. He won the bladed division, and we will see his sword form here tonight. Dawson, in my opinion, the best sword competitor in the sport right now. Just moved up into the adult division at the age of 18 to already capture that title as somebody who's considered by many to be the best sword competitor there is. That's impressive.
That certainly says a lot.
Dawson's nickname is Mr. Clean, not because of his hair, obviously, he's got plenty, but because of the cleanliness of his cuts and his stances. It is truly remarkable. And what's even more remarkable is that he and Jake Presley train out of the same school. They're not just both members of Team Paul Mitchell. They train at the same martial arts school in Lebanon, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville, originally called Success Martial Arts Center, has since been renamed to Premier Martial Arts Lebanon. These guys are from the same school, and they're competing for an overall grand championship at a world event.
That's amazing to me. I mean, he's looking very slow, very controlled, very deliberate. But then you see the power and the speed.
And that's a big difference that you will see between bow forms and sword forms. Sword forms typically have a slower pace because one of the ways that sword competitors show difficulty is this right here. Sheathing the sword and then taking it back out, because there's a lot of little things that can be done wrong in that case, and also little mistakes that can be made. So competitors that do sword will do this right here multiple times throughout their performance to increase the level of difficulty of their routine. And Dawson Holt was flawless on that one. If anybody can give Jake Presley a run for his money right now,
it's Dawson Holt.
Dawson Holt.
Certainly an impressive routine there from Dawson. Looks like the competitors are coming back on stage to be judged. So we're going to find out very, very shortly who's taking it.
First up, scores for Mr. Jake Presley. Judges ready. Scores 9.99, 9.99, 9.99. That is 9.99 across
the board, huh?
And a unanimous decision win for Jake Presley. But that just goes to show you, sometimes the judges can unanimously agree, even though the performances themselves were close. Dawson was not outclassed in that division.
Doesn't seem so.
Dawson was very competitive. Jake was just a little bit better in the eyes of all 7 judges tonight.
Now, we saw 2 unanimous victories already. Is that common?
It is pretty common. You know, the judges are all sitting up there together. Sometimes there are little conversations, and they like to bounce ideas off of each other. Some competitors like that, some competitors don't. But it's not uncommon to see unanimous decision victories. A, because sometimes the competitor simply blows away the competition. And B, because if one of these trained judges that does this all the time sees something that makes them think that one competitor should win, chances are some of the other judges are thinking it as well.
Tragedy knows no gender, it knows no socioeconomic status, it knows no space, no time. People have free will, and they can use that will, and that will can catch any of us in the trajectory. And that's why we all need to take responsibility for our actions.
Building on the lecture, verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking. It's one shot, now the future is yours. Go.
Up next, it's the 18-plus overall Grand Championships men's CMX forms.
This looks like Rashad Eugene is about to take the stage, and he is wearing a hoodie over his uniform.
Now, have you ever seen anything like this? Or is he taking it off? Is he? Okay, all right. Here we go. He's taking it off. But have you ever seen the hoodie? Come on.
There are competitors that will sometimes add a little to their wardrobe for some added effect. I'm not sure what Rashad was going for there, other than maybe to make us ask that question. Rashad is known for being an excellent performer, always keeping people guessing. He's one of the most creative athletes in our sport in terms of the way that he puts together his choreography and his tricks. So I feel like that little entrance with the hoodie was just to catch us off guard.
Now, is the camera deceiving me, or does he have a double bow?
He has a double bow. He is going to be using 2 bows for this performance.
Now, will that look favorably with the judges in terms of difficulty, or is that judged as if he would just have a single bow?
It's all about what you do with the weapon. So
see.
judges do not consider one weapon or any other weapon to be inherently more difficult. It all comes down to the techniques that they execute with those weapons.
Whoa.
And another thing that Rashad, the Black Mamba Eugene, is known for is his speed, and he's showing that off here tonight.
Well, you just said it right there. You took the words out of my mouth, but you were too fast, just like Rashad.
Huge double release. They call Rashad the Black Mamba because of one of the kicks that he is able to execute in the point fighting division.
Wow.
It's a snake-like kick, and that's why they call him the Black Mamba.
I mean, look at this. Much like Haley Glass's facial expressions, I'm looking at his, and this is some primal intensity, and I'm loving it. Look at that. How hard is that, Jackson, to flip it up? Hold it on the bow.
Oh, the level of
balance
difficulty is very high here. And notice that when he did that, he was actually holding the bow with an inverted grip. So his hand was flipped upside down as he was controlling one bow on the other one. And that is a very strong performance.
Come on, folks. That seems like that's next level right there. I'm still looking at his eyes. He looks like he wants to run it back again.
Rashad Eugene, a member of Team Diamond, coming out of Hialeah, Florida. And his intensity
I love it.
is incredible. You hear him yelling, "Let's go," as he exits the stage.
I love it.
He knows he nailed that one.
He does. I love it. Looks like we got the Thomas making a comeback over here.
Alex Mancias looking to match Rashad Eugene's intensity, representing Team Paul Mitchell out of Brownsville, Texas. Mancias, known as a dual threat competitor. He is great in the point fighting divisions and has been winning a lot of his grand championships recently here in the weapons category. He just won the Compete International's overall weapons grand championship. He is Black Belt Magazine's #1 ranked men's CMX weapons competitor in the world.
Okay, so you're telling me this guy's no slouch.
That is correct. You see the double release there, taking it into the tricking. Touchdown to the D-leg cork.
I love the music choice, too. I think that complements the energy. And he's bringing it, too.
Over the back release, reaches out, hooks that one back. Double release right to the Webster.
Okay.
Alex Mancias on fire.
Alex Mancias, everybody.
Little stumble there as he tries to hit the front stance. We'll see if the judges notice that. It was small, but the judges might hold that against him. Still staying strong. Big finish after the cut combination. And that gets really interesting with that one little misstep. It'll be interesting to see if the judges penalize him for that. We also have other competitors still to come in this division that could steal the momentum.
All right, we can't score it yet then. So what was that little nuance that you see? I wish we had a little prompter. We could circle it on the monitor and stuff. But what did you see there? I couldn't see it.
So as he got to the back of the ring, he tried to hit a front stance with his right leg in front. And on that front stance, his right foot had to reset. Ideally, when a competitor gets into a stance, they shouldn't move from that stance until they move to a different stance.
I see.
The fact that he hit that stance initially and had to reset it, that is something that the judges could penalize if they felt that it was severe enough.
I see.
And now, Dawson Holt, who we just saw giving his all in the traditional weapons grand championship, is showing off his versatility now in the CMX weapons grand championship, looking for redemption. Holt trains under the great Kalman Choka for his sword form. Kalman Choka, widely regarded as the greatest sword competitor in the history of sport martial arts competition.
Now, is it common for someone, depending on the weapon, to train with a different coach, depending on the level of expertise of that coach and that weapon?
Absolutely. Just like in football, how you would have an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, these athletes are going to have a different coach depending on what weapon they do, various divisions. Most competitors average 2 or 3 different coaches. And Mr. Clean back at it again. And notice here in the CMX division, his cuts are just as clean as they were in traditional, but he misses the release.
Oh, Dawson. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, come on. We want him to bring it. Keep going.
You gotta love and respect that attitude. To get the crowd into it, keep going. He knows that his night is over. He knows that he doesn't have a chance to win this grand championship anymore. But it doesn't matter.
Oh, look
He's
at
still
that.
going to put on a show.
Look at that. And you'll love to see that because the crowd doesn't want to be deprived of this stuff. I don't want to be deprived of it. He's amazing.
Absolutely. Beautiful release around the back.
Great
there
job.
At the end.
Great job.
Would have
Great
been
job.
a performance that could have made a run at this whole grand championship, but unfortunately that drop early in the form takes him out of the running. But tons of respect for Dawson Holt.
Tons of respect, especially for finishing that routine and really bringing it to the rest of the routine as well. As you see the guys hugging each other, I mean, you can tell there's a lot of respect here.
Scores for Rashad Eugene. Judges ready. Scores 9.99, 9.99, 9.98, 9.98, 9.98, 9.98, and 9.98.
And Rashad Eugene gets a majority of 9.98. That means that the judges did not penalize that little misstep by Mancias. They thought that the rest of his form was strong enough.
And
he
there
will
you
get
go.
the majority of the 9.99s. And Alex Mancias will retain his throne as the #1 men's CMX weapons competitor in the world. Won the Diamond Nationals at the end of last season.
Man.
Came out this season, won the overall Grand Championship at the Compete Nationals, and now here at the Ocean State Grand Nationals.
Amazing work. Amazing work. Woo! Well done, Dawson. Hey, he's a showman. I love it. I love it. Oh, look at these guys. They're both doing it.
Oh,
Rashad gonna
Rashad
get
might
involved?
join him.
Get him in there. All right, all right. I love that.
I love it.
I love the showmanship.
And your winner.
Nice job. Nice job.
And this is not the last time that we will see these three guys. These three are going to be going at this CMX Weapons Grand Championship all the time
Wow.
for the next several seasons. Rashad Eugene was the overall grand champion at the AKA Warrior Cup in Chicago to start off the season. Dawson has won multiple overall grand championships in the past in the junior division, still seeking his first in the CMX division as an adult. But we're going to get this battle a lot over the course of the season.
Well, I can't wait to see more of these guys. I mean, you know, they're fun. You know, not only super talented, but they're fun guys.
I wonder what Tori would be, or where she'd go, what she'd do. I know she'd make an incredible impact, and it hurts to think of all the world is missing out on.
Accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
Stay in Warwick, see Rhode Island.
Up next, it's the second Super Fight semifinal elimination match between Enrique Latona of Top 10 Team USA versus Terrell Walker of All-Star Karate Academy.
Now on stage, we have another two great competitors. In the black uniform representing Team All-Stars, you have Kevin Walker. And then in the white uniform representing Top 10 Team USA, you have Enrique Latona of Guatemala.
Jackson, well done on those presentations, those articulations, by the way. All right, let's see what we got here, gentlemen. Here we go.
This one will be interesting. There is some team history between the All-Stars and Top 10 Team USA. So there might be some emotions in this match.
Oh, nope, doesn't look like he can score there.
And one thing you'll notice, because both of these guys are quite a bit lighter than D-Stacks and Avery, a lot of lighter fighters use a lot more kicks. Now, you certainly get some heavyweights that use some great kicks, but you're going to notice a lot of head kick attempts in this match. Enrique's a master of it. Kevin Walker very skilled at it as well. Kevin Walker's a little bit more known for a well-rounded game. He's got a lot more different tools in his bag, but those kicks from Enrique can be lethal.
And Jackson, how come we're seeing the primary kicking leg be the front kick, and we're not really seeing that back kick come forward much for a roundhouse?
It is all about speed. That front leg is closer to the target, and it's going to get there sooner. You will almost never see a rear leg technique thrown in point fighting unless somebody's trying to show off, because that front leg is simply faster.
I see.
Another point for Enrique. 1 minute left.
And Jackson, why are the hands down so much?
There's a number of reasons for this. I think that one of the main reasons is that a lot of point fighting attacks typically target the body. So the hands being down is actually covering a big target area for these fighters. And also when the hands are down, your blitz or your takeoff to score one of these punching techniques can be disguised a little bit better. If your hands are up, then the hands kind of have to drop into the punching technique. Whereas if they're down, they come out of nowhere a little bit better.
I see.
Enrique tries to slide a head kick in there. He's in a comfortable 5-1 advantage right now. Kevin Walker trying to find some answers. Good defense there from Walker, but Latona still able to find a way to score.
All right. Well, now he's going to press a little bit.
Maybe too little, too late. Just 5 seconds remaining in this match, and there is no way to score 5 points in 5 seconds.
Fortunately not. But a great fight. Great fight.
And what we see in both of those semifinals, those were 4 great fighters, but 2 of them, Enrique Latona and Avery Plowden, executed their plans perfectly, took control of their matches early, and they will be moving on to the finals for the grand prize here tonight in the super fights.
Wow, what an extraordinary show today as we focused on weapons. Both traditional and creative weapon forms taking center stage. We want to send a congratulations out to Jake Presley of Team Paul Mitchell for capturing the 18-plus overall Grand Championship men's traditional weapons with the bow. And to his fellow Paul Mitchell teammate, Alex Macias, who captured the 18-plus overall Grand Championship men's CMX weapons with the double comma. And of course, a big shout out to Enrique Latona, who advances to our super fight main event, where he will face off against Richard Avery Plowden next week for the money and the title Sport Karate Super Fight Champion. It's all happening right here on the CW next Saturday. I'll see you then for the battle.